ELF. So you guys may have heard of EMF, but this is a little bit different. It's a different kind of dirty electricity, harmful radiation that's a little bit on a different section of the electromagnetic spectrum. So ELF, extremely low frequencies, these are alternating current fields and other electromagnetic non-ionizing radiation between 1 and 300 hertz. And so what you get when you're dealing with power lines and electrical wiring and electrical equipment is ELF fields at 60 hertz, which lands you right in the middle of that range. So why is this a problem? Well, epidemiological studies have suggested that there could be an increased cancer risk associated with the magnetic fields that people are exposed to very close to power lines. And of course, being an electrical lineman, you're getting real up close and personal. So the challenge here is that there is really a dearth of research on the benefits of things like supplements and different lifestyle practices when it comes specifically to ELF. So I don't have really perfect advice for you exactly directed towards that. I will share with you a lot of other stuff that is for radiation in general or EMF, and a lot of this I think will have overlapping benefits within the ELF department. It just hasn't been studied. But in a case like this where he's doing this for a living every single day, I think it's better to err on the side of caution and do some of these things that even if they turned out, in some research 20 years from now, not to protect against ELF, they're going to have benefits in other areas of your life. So you're still going to end up, coming out of this with a positive impact. So some of the best foods, superfoods, super herbs, adaptogens here that you can look at are chlorella, reishi mushroom, for example, which the extract has been shown to protect DNA from strand breakage caused by hydroxyl radicals and UV radiation. Then you can also look at ashwagandha, ginseng, some vitamin C, so taking like liposomal vitamin C is really good. Chaga is another really good one. So you have a specific triterpenoid in chaga called inotodiol. And this is well studied, especially coming out of Russia, where they do a lot of chaga research. Well studied to reduce radiation toxicity. And then you want to look at the fact that this is going to be causing a lot of inflammation in the system. And this is inflammation partially probably caused by the opening of the voltage-gated calcium channels. So what can we do here to bring things back into balance and counter some of this? Magnesium is a great supplement that helps to directly counterbalance that calcium. Molecular hydrogen, I'm a huge fan of drinking molecular hydrogen, hydrogen-rich water. And then sulforaphane, which you'd be getting from fresh broccoli sprouts, which you can grow at home very affordably or buy very expensively from the health food store. Having a good source of long-chain omega-3s, fish oil, krill oil, algae oil, very helpful. Intermittent fasting as to help your body's own autophagy, self-cleansing mechanisms is a very good idea. And as intermittent fasting, going very intensely into it for women can be risky hormonally. You want to be very delicate, take a delicate approach to that, be very, very careful. But with guys, you can push much harder into serious intermittent fasting and get lots of benefits, especially in this department. And then you want to look at also a specific kind of free radical that's very harmful that can get developed, which are called peroxynitrites. And some specific spices actually can be very good here, like cinnamon, clove, ginger, rosemary, turmeric. So you can, like a lot of those you find in our chai elixir blends, for example. You can add some turmeric to there and make it like a golden chai elixir blend. Rosemary, add some of that to various different foods you're cooking and make that something that's regularly coming into your diet. So those are really good. And then I would also look at EMF shielding clothing. Like you can look, for example, at a company called Lambs, Lambs, and they make like underwear and shirts and hats and things like that have very tightly woven silver fibers that shield EMF. Now they have not been tested for shielding EMF, but this is one of those things like, okay, even if it turns out that it doesn't shield ELF, but it does really help protect your man parts from EMF, you're still coming off positive. So we don't have a lot of specific research, as I said here, for ELF, but I think you can bring a lot of the stuff over from the EMF department, and that's going to do you a lot of good.